we're good to go.
Okay, we call the meeting to order. I need a motion to accept the minutes of our September 9th meeting.
Move here.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Passed. Director of Public Works, your current,
Summary report,
yep,
we're 99.6, 99.5 removal for DOT suspended solids. We were under the nitrogen permit again. We're still doing a lot of work with the VFAs and the primary numbers, so we're hoping to trend more and continue that. Phos and biosolids are both good. Go to the pump stations real quick. We pulled South Road pump one for high amps, cleared 3 out of the pump and replaced it. We're ordering new pumps for South Road and Tungus as well. So we have some critical spares on order. West Farms, we cleaned the wet well and we also pulled the pump, cleaned that as well. Patterson Park, I'll touch on once I get to that section.
How old were those pumps, Mark? You know, the ones on South Road and stuff, when you said you were, how long did it last?
It depends how many hours they run a day. So South Road only runs like 2 hours a day per pump. So they can last, I would say the maintenance, we're probably talking 20, 25 years. So we've rebuilt some and we're beyond that, so we're replacing them. They're not completely worn out, but we want to do it before they get to that point.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the same with Tungus. So we're upgrading the station with INC and we also ordered a new pump in order for there as well. Patterson Park Pump Station was scheduled for startup October 12th and 13th. We pushed it back. We were not ready with the electricians on the actual panel yet, and we didn't want to start on a Friday, so we're shooting for this upcoming Monday.
I saw the cement truck there today. What was,
They were pouring in the back and they were pouring the ballards. So they dug all the holes for the ballards around it and they were just filling it up today. I guess they were scheduled for yesterday or Tuesday, but we got too much of the rain, so they couldn't. All the programming in the PLC is done. They finished the electrical this afternoon, and the ATS is the only thing they have to work on, which is the automatic transfer switch. And they have the fencing and one roof left on one of the buildings. Other than that, it's pretty much complete.
there's 2 buildings, right?
Correct. There's the old odor control, which really isn't used anymore. And then there's the main generator building, which is where all the INC is. During September, we began cleaning the wet wells. We do it every fall before the winter to prevent any issues. We also clean the West Farms station, and we continue working on the CMOM program. We jetted a ton of streets, and we're going to keep jetting until I say mid-December when it really gets too cold to take the truck out and it freezes.
How come we got so many rags and stuff in this stuff?
We think, that's a good question, we think because more people have been home. Because coincidentally, this started around the time that the pandemic was, I want to say like May, June is when we really noticed it. And it really started in April, so it would have been right around that time. We're not seeing as many now, but if I had to guess, that's why. So we also saw like a little higher than normal influent phosphorus levels. We were fine on effluent, but I think it's because all the cleaning products have phosphorus in them.
I wasn't sure whether it was West Farms or what, but one of the comments was found clothing.
Yep, that happens too.
I'm just wondering how you had to work pretty hard.
If I told you some of the things we pulled out of pumps, you'd be shocked.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get into the system in the first place, but they do.
We find your thongs in there?
We found a lot of things. So jeans, shirts, towels, everything. And I mean,
It's a pretty good toilet to get it down.
I was just gonna say, 'cause I mean, I'm
I
sure.
wonder if they put them in like a manhole or I don't know how you fit it in there. You know.
Yeah, I guess the question is, where's the rest of the body?
It's like, how do you get a pair of jeans through a toilet?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't.
Well, even like
Very
we've
carefully.
had bras and pumps and there's wires.
Yeah.
I don't know how you curl that even down it. I have no idea, but
Why would anybody not have you?
I don't know. But yeah, so we have pulled out clothes, rags, but we think it's because of people are home because of the pandemic, so there's more people during the day.
That doesn't even make sense.
Educated guess, I mean, no idea why though. We also started cleaning the odor control filters. We did a high differential alarm. We looked into the odor control more last week, because we're probably gonna, boost the VFD up a little bit. But we did look into it, 'cause I know Kevin, you mentioned there was some odor on it, so we did look into it. We tested the H2S. There's literally 0.0 going out the top. So it's not an H2S issue, it's like a mercaptan, which is almost like a skunk kind of garlic odor. So they're doing what they should be, but there's a different type of media we can add and mix that will help with the other odors that are coming through. So we're gonna look at doing that before the winter.
Mhm.
And it's not that expensive, so, but they're functioning as they should. We injected 3 small cracks in the middle aeration tank, which would have been the second one over. It was not a new construction tank, it was the existing one. We did notice some normal vertical settling cracks, but there was some water coming out of it, so we wanted to stop it before it got any worse. We sent out the aquatic toxin stormwater samples, which were all good. And I touched on the VFAs before, which is definitely helping with the nitrification and the chemical costs for costs. So we're collecting a ton of data for that.
I think it was last month that, we had a sinkhole on,
That's fixed.
okay, what actually caused that?
So Nickerson just said it was a fluke. That's what they told me. They said it could have been the compacting wasn't done right, but it was all signed off on, so I'm not positive if maybe they just didn't compact in that particular area. It was maybe the size of half one of these tables, and the surrounding area around it was perfect, so other than the
No
compaction.
piping, no nothing anywhere near
No.
that?
And we were just worried because it was by a tank wall,
Mm-hmm.
but they did address it, and other than the compaction,
No,
I don't know what else it could be.
I think it's just-
Highly unlikely though.
Right, there's
It
nothing
is.
there's nothing under it, no piping, no, just anything passing through it, it just settled, and it's like right on the edge, so it might be one of those things where they roll, they backfilled, rolled, came back, like a K-turn almost, and missed it. Yeah, it's just an oddball thing.
So that was fixed along with, I think that was in, last month's meeting, along with the clarifier, we added the lock washers, and tightened, retorqued everything, so it's all set. And that's about it, so any questions or concerns?
And, let's see, we had some sewer laterals disconnected and they're taking down a house on Meadow Road.
Yeah, there's a disconnection there, I think, Bruce said, right?
Yeah. There's that. Can't rotate it.
Like jumping around somewhere.
No,
No,
you're
no,
fine, I'm
that's
trying
fine.
to just go from the agenda to the
I
thing.
think that's an empty lot now. I drove by there.
There's nothing there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an empty lot.
38. This is on the Summersby side,
Right.
so they tore, it was an old dilapidated house that they tore down.
Bridgehampton Crossing.
Well, what's involved with disconnecting a lateral?
Basically, you dig it up somewhere outside of the foundation hole, saw cut it and put a cap on it and backfill it.
Got it, thank you.
You're welcome.
So if somebody decides to build on that piece again,
We know where it is, we have
We know where
ties
it is
to it
and
and
everything.
everything, yep. They usually put like a 2x4 in front of it and paint it green so they know where to come back.
where the end is, yeah.
And then you charge them the full amount like you're hooking up new to the street.
We try to. Sometimes it doesn't work.
But you try.
We try.
Good.
you want to go over the Patterson Park?
Yeah, I was just wanted to do that last one, and then, so I kind of touched on it, I sent 3 pictures in, I think you guys should, on the very end of the packet.
Yeah.
I did color ones because it's easier to see the black and white came out, but basically, yeah, the startup was 12th and 13th, we pushed it back, because we felt that we wanted to get everything complete with the automatic transfer switch and the programming first. The insulating and the painting is done, the insulating is scheduled for Friday. The roof is also scheduled for Friday, I believe. And the ATS switch should be completed Friday for the Monday morning startup. So you can see the entire wet well and pump vault is complete. Backfill, the ballards are going on either corner there, which is why the concrete truck was there. And we put an antenna up on the sides, it's no longer on the roof. I think it's on the bottom picture, you can see it, the third
Can you
picture.
see
I
it
had.
there?
It's hard to make out on that one, but you can see it going up the side, so you can't
Oh,
see
yeah.
it from the road.
Where the
Right
ladder is?
Yep.
here, right in front of the ladder.
You can no longer really see it from the road, and it's not on the new roof. So we didn't have to go in the existing shingles or anything, and it's actually about 10 feet, 15 feet higher than the old one, so we should have better reception. Because that hill is always difficult, because West Farms goes to Maple, Maple goes to Batterson, and Batterson comes here. So that should give us an extra boost in the signal as well.
Is that whole area gonna be fenced in?
They're doing the fence right now, yep,
It's gonna be completely,
correct.
okay.
Yep.
I was always worried about vandalism.
Yeah, no, it's getting all brand new fence.
And that's going up today too, they're putting the posts, so that should be completed by the end of the week too.
So what kind of champagne you have for the grand opening?
So, no, yeah, we can get whatever you'd like.
Pair of
It's a good
pants,
rest.
pair of pants that fund in the system.
Okay, what do we have next?
We are coming back to the agenda. No new business. Did you do new business, Peter?
Nothing yet. New
No.
business.
No new business.
We went over Patterson.
Over Batterson. Now we have to do the election of officers.
I'd like to make a nomination, for Pete Bagdigian and Chairman. And,
Jennifer and Phil, did you hear that?
I did not make that up.
Is Pete
Okay.
nominated?
So Jim Foote nominated Peter Bagdigian as chairman.
You need a second.
Need someone to second.
I'll second that.
Any more nominations on the floor? Seeing none, nominations closed. All in favor of Peter Bagdigian as chair? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to nominate Jim Foote as vice chair.
Were you able to hear that, Jennifer and Phil?
Jim Foote, Vice Chair.
Yes.
Jim Foote for vice chair. You need motions on the floor. We need a second.
Second the motion.
Second from Kevin Ray.
Any more nominations from the floor? Seeing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Aye.
Vice chair? Motion passed.
I'd like to nominate Jennifer Nguyen as secretary.
Did you guys hear that, Jennifer and Phil?
Yes, I believe the nomination was for me to retain the existing role I occupy.
Correct.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Peter.
Any more nominations for secretary? Seeing none, all in favor of Jennifer as secretary?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Unanimous, passed.
Okay.
Congratulations.
We congratulate Jim Jim for his 25 years. He got a proclamation last night from the town council.
Town council had a thing with that. Since you brought that up here, we'll jump it now. And we'll give you the official document.
Oh, geez, all the time I thought it was pizza.
Here's the-
I recognize that cardboard box.
The whole thing written right up.
Thank you very much.
Jennifer and Phil, I just gave Jim his plaque that was read at the council meeting last night for 25 years of service for the WP.
I have it pulled up right now. That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I have to
Definitely.
say, I think in my 16 years of being here, I think you've missed one meeting. That was-
What?
It was
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see the picture of the car that they gave him last night too? That it used to be the one that they gave Russ the first time that he got a town car. An
No.
old Ford Explorer.
No heat, no air conditioning, and when it rains, you get wet.
No wheels.
But it has license plate number Farmington 1 on it, right?
Yeah, that and 25 cents.
Yeah.
So, but no, congratulations, Jim. That's unbelievable.
Congratulations.
All right.
We have a new schedule for 2021. Meeting schedule, nothing out of the ordinary.
On the other hand, you checked in for holiday stuff. We should be good on the Wednesdays things.
Yeah, and I didn't know August because of vacations and then Christmas an hour early, right?
Exactly.
That should be good.
Do we need to vote on that, or?
Yep.
Okay, need a motion to approve the new schedule for 2021.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Passed. Thank
The
you.
motion passes, okay. And we do not have any public correspondence. We have nothing for executive session. Any other business?
Yeah, do you know what, did I ask you this, Mark, about the flag size of, of our flag?
The large one that's going up or the one that's here?
The one that's going up,
You did, I forgot the size one we had. I know it's big, but I reached out to the cell phone company that's been doing
Yeah.
work and I have no idea when they're done.
It's 20 by 30.
24 or
It's 20 by 30.
I was gonna say
it's 20 by 30?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 20 by 30.
Okay.
it's huge.
Because in fact, is that pole larger than the one at Southwest?
Yes.
That's one,
This one here is
Yeah, this
larger?
is 120.
I thought it was 120, yeah.
Yeah, and up there, I want to say it's 100. This one is larger.
All right, can you let me know what the
Yeah.
one at Southwest is?
Yeah,
Yeah, because, because they have that flag up there that
We are
looks like,
having trouble with that.
that
we've
thing
been-
it's.
Oh, it's
pathetic.
terrible. I know, and they used the nylon.
Yeah.
And we said, you gotta get a cotton flag, because the nylon, it has static electricity, it wraps around the pole.
Right, right.
Something, and we have been going back and forth with them, and I
And
think,
it looks Mickey Mouse because
Oh,
of the size of it.
Right.
Everybody looks at it as,
and
it's,
that's, I think that one's a 16 by 20 or 12 by 16.
it's probably 12 by
Yeah,
16.
it's, but the nylon, for whatever reason, it has that static electricity.
Where's this?
Up
At
at
the
Westwood.
Southwest Fire Station, Westwood.
Oh,
So yeah, we're still on top. We haven't
Okay.
signed off on it. We've been, and it's also we have a problem with the lighting too. The lighting is like, they're lighting it up for the, Kansas State Fair.
Yeah, so they do indeed, it is circled down at the bottom.
So we're trying, they're working with the FAA, with Robertson, trying to get that all minimized, so we're still working on it.
Who is in that poll? Who's the communications?
It's not Verizon. I want to say it was T-Mobile,
It's
but
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile got bought out by, or they bought. There's a couple in there, but I think it was T-Mobile went there.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Are they with Sprint now?
Yeah.
Something. I forget. Somebody merged
Yeah, T-Mobile bought first, I think.
something. But I'm pretty sure it's
But
T-Mobile.
that's, when I played there, that, in that like Monday league, I mean, that's the laughing joke.
Oh, I know.
It-
And that's what I try to tell them. So we still have a bond on them. We still have, they don't have a CO yet. We have.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. No, we haven't signed off on it. And they've been investigating it for weeks and months and months. And I just sent them a note a couple weeks ago, like, okay, enough. You've been looking at this for how long and we
Right.
still keep getting the complaints. So the president of the company, had his cell phone. I'll just gotta hand your cell phone up to everybody who calls and let them call you.
Yeah, right,
I'll be good with it. So we're still working on it.
okay, all right, well, thank you. So then this one's tall, so this one.
This one's definitely the tallest.
Yeah.
Russ, any news with Avon or?
Uh, no new news.
Check and see,
We have sent them the bill based on the flow. They are responsible for $7.2 million. Over 20 years, it comes out to like $460,000 a year. Haven't heard the payment is due November 1st. Same with Burlington, haven't heard anything. So we've sent them a letter.
This is wait and see, huh?
Yeah, at this point. So,
Well, if there isn't any more business, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded.
there's a second.
There was a second.
Phil seconded, yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, everybody, thank you. Have a good night.
Good job, Pete.
Thank you, you too.
Be safe.
Thanks, guys.
Stay safe.
Bye.